Facts, lessons, and prayer points. Bible stories are not ordinary stories. They are powerful stories that serve as a constant reminder to us of God's power and true love to us. I'm going to be bringing out the facts, the lessons, and the prayer points from this episode and this powerful story. Fact 1. Mordecai reported what he saw and heard. He did not join them and he did not keep quiet. No matter what position you are, always and keep doing good. Don't get tired of doing good. What if Mordecai did not report the plot to kill the king? What if? Lesson from that. You might not see the reward of the good you are doing now, but don't let that stop you. You will be rewarded in due time and season. In fact, it's possible it's been forgotten, but don't get disappointed because God has not forgotten, and He will reward you. Remember Galatians 6 verse 9, which says, "And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." Fact 2. Esther acted out of order but received the favor of God. After Mordecai informed Esther of the upcoming destruction of the Jews that has been decreed through Haman, she then sent a message to Mordecai to inform him of the law associated with seeing the king, which was, the king has but one law. All the king's officials and the people of the royal provinces know that for any man or woman who approaches the king in the inner court without being summoned, that they are put to death, unless the king extends the gold scepter to them and spares their lives. But 30 days have passed since she was called to go to the king. When Esther's words were reported to Mordecai, he sent back this answer, that she might not escape the calamity as well, and that if she remained silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place. Who knows, maybe you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. Lesson from this. God appointed Esther to be the queen to save the Jews. She was on an assignment. She might not even know this. Sometimes we may be sent on an assignment by God and we did not know it. God has a plan and purpose for everything in our lives, because what Esther was asked to do and need to do is unlawful and dangerous. What if she was too scared and refused? She might miss her purpose in the palace to the people of Judah. I want you to remember that no matter the assignment and purpose of your life, do not be scared or afraid. God is greater than every situation, and His ways and works do not bow to the laws of man. In this situation, these people's lives are at risk. Sometimes, something has to be done and has to be done fast. Prayer points. 1. Lord, show me your purpose for my life. 2. God, don't let me miss my purpose in life. 3. Give me the wisdom, courage, grace, and favor to make the right decisions at the right time. Fact 3. Then Esther sent this reply to Mordecai. Go, gather together all the Jews who are in Susa and fast for me. Do not eat or drink for 3 days, night or day. I and my attendants will fast as you do. When this is done, I will go to the king, even though it is against the law, and if I perish, I perish. I'll bring out 2 lessons from this statement. Lesson 1. This incident shines more light on the personality of Esther. I mean, the type of person she truly is. She is the queen, remember? She has not become arrogant, self-centered, or too comfortable. She has not forgotten her people and where she came from. She decided to help at the expense of her life, and this help is not just an ordinary help. What if Esther said, "Look, I can't do this. It's too dangerous. And by the way, they don't even know I'm a Jew. No one is gonna kill me. If y'all perish, you perish. See, as human beings, when we get comfortable, it's easy to forget our roots and where we came from. Don't let us forget the scriptures in the case of David in 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 7. But the Lord said to Samuel, "Do not look at his appearance or his physical stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord does not see as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." This takes me back to the beginning of this story, to how God chose Esther. You know, as human beings, we might feel like, why is Esther so lucky? Why Esther? You know, everything fell in places for her. She received a 360-degree turnaround in her life, divine favor, and more. You might not know then, but now you know that the fact is, God sees Esther's heart and was dealing with her based on that. He chose her. He has seen that she has all the right qualities and she's fit for the job. Constantly, we need to check ourselves if we want God's favor on our life. You don't need to be envious of anyone. It's not just about prayer. Check yourself. What kind of a person are you truly? You can't deceive God. Remember? Lesson 2. Esther is a believer in the power of God. She knows the importance of fasting and prayer. Fasting and prayer are very powerful. It brings down the hands of God speedily. She declares a 3 days fasting day and night. No food for everyone, including herself and her attendants. I'm sure this is not the first time Esther has done this. It must have been a part of her life, and she knows how powerful it is. Every step of the way in this journey of life, don't forget the power of fasting and prayer. It is very powerful. Fasting is a deliberate act. It's a season where a believer goes an extra mile in search and need of his Creator, and also seek for his needs to be met. Fasting and prayer are a necessity for Christians to enable us to seek the face of God wholly. We deny our carnal nature to fulfill the desires of God. What He wills for our lives can be found through fasting and prayers. Thank you so much for joining this episode. What lesson or lessons did you learn from this powerful episode and story? Leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not, and more importantly, share this with everyone, including your children. Watch out for the next episode, Esther's Request to the King. Stay tuned and stay blessed.